I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Today we're talking about Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher's been out for a while and it's already been covered by a bunch of other YouTubers, but I'm going to take today to talk about it because I just got it in the October Humble Bundle Monthly and I have nothing better to do with my life, so here we fucking go. Slime Rancher feels like it has the same fan base as Minecraft or Five Nights at Freddy's, which makes me want to fucking kill myself, but I'm going to cover this game anyway because I actually had a decent time with it. Slime Rancher throws you into an empty ranch that has nothing to do with you, but once you explore a little bit, you'll find out that, hey, I can actually do stuff on this ranch, so you can purchase pens, farms, or chicken coops to maintain and grow materials and slimes. Capturing slimes and throwing them in a pen will allow you to feed them, and feeding them lets them shit, and their shit is actually worth money for whatever fucking reason. This is essentially a tycoon game, and although it feels a little basic, it's kind of relaxing and easy to play, and it's nice to get into. So first we're talking about graphics. This game looks cute with its nice contrast of minimalistic style and well-rounded and well-used color palettes, and overall it's an enjoyable thing to look at. And no, it's not the most high-poly game in the world, but unless you're David Cage, do you really give a shit? Probably not. The game developers created an art style and eventually graphics that weren't too ambitious but are still very nice to look at. This is because of color composition. It's not because it looks like it's real. But because you're not a bunch of babbling babies, I don't think I need to tell you this. You probably have a mind of your own and can discern whether or not you like the visuals in a game or not. The only thing I ask you is when forming an opinion to not be fucking stupid. Just because a game doesn't look like Call of Duty doesn't mean that it's not good. I'm right, you're wrong, go fuck yourself. Now let's talk about the music. Unfortunately, I can't say that the music is on par with the graphics. Not to say that the music is bad by any means of the imagination, it's just not on par with the graphics. When I think of Slime Rancher, I think of this boisterous, colorful, beautiful world, and when I think of the music of Slime Rancher, I think a nice backdrop that helps the beautiful colors of the world shine. There's nothing really memorable about this soundtrack, but it's still nice to listen to and gets you relaxed, and I think that's what they were going for, so good job, but it's still not quite up to par with the rest of the presentation. Now that the presentation's done, let's get on to the point of the game. What the fuck do you do in Slime Rancher? Slime Rancher is essentially a tycoon where your home base is your ranch. In your ranch, you will gather materials and resources, give these materials and resources to your slimes. Your slimes will shit out their plorts, which is what their shits are called. You will feed these plorts to a trash can. The trash can will give you money, and then you can upgrade your pens for your slimes, making it easier to gather these plorts. This game sounds fucking stupid, but I actually love this concept. I'm a sucker for tycoon games. Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon make my dick harder than iron, so... But Austin, isn't that bias? Yeah, go fuck yourself. I like things. Eat a dick. I don't know what else to say. This is hitting a sweet spot for me. Unfortunately, there's no real end goal, and again, there's no real end goal in Harvest Moon or Animal Crossing, but there's more of a progression in those games, and that's what I hope to see in the future of Slime Rancher. What I enjoy about Slime Rancher is that it's not every stupid AAA title in the world. When you unlock a new mechanic, it's not going to spend 30 hours trying to teach you how to use it. It expects you to know how to use a keyboard and mouse or controller, and knows that you should be intelligent enough to figure this shit out. It's not Uncharted! So when you unlock your jetpack or you unlock your water supply case, you will be able to use it because you're not a fucking 2-year-old. The developers know that the adults and even the children playing this game aren't dumb enough to fucking sit around for 3 hours wondering where their upgrades went. You have bought it, you got it. You should figure out how to use it on your own. Otherwise, you're not playing a game and you're just following along with what the developer's telling you to do. There's not a lot of mechanics, but boy are they more interesting than your generic cover-based shooter. This game is quality over quantity. There is no massive amounts of stuff you can do that ends up being fucking boring and useless, and the game developers put in for no one to fucking play. You will progress without having the game telling you to. You will explore because, hey, guess what? There's nothing to do while you're waiting for your slimes to shit out their plorts. You will explore the map, find different resources, and find different slimes and think, hey, maybe I should take these back to my ranch. And then you're gonna fucking do that because you're not retarded. The developers have created a wonderful sense of direction without actually having anyone tell you where to go. More games need to do this. There are two ways you can go about progression in this game. A, you can take all of your materials and resources and feed them to your slimes back at your ranch to further upgrade your ranch. Or B, you can feed all of your materials and resources to giant slimes that you find in the wild who will eventually drop slime keys once given enough materials. These slime keys will unlock new parts of the map where you can find new materials and new slimes to further upgrade your ranch in that way as well. Although minor, there is a change to gameplay for the next 30 minutes, and it gives the player a choice of how they want to play the game for a little bit. Eventually, you're going to fall back into the same pattern of go get slimes, bring them back, feed your slimes, get shit, throw them in a trash can, get money. But at least there is a little break in between that where the developers said, hey, maybe they're not going to want to stay in one place all day. Maybe they're going to want to explore this map that we've created. So let's make it fucking pretty, and let's make it fun to progress through. Wow, that's good game design. Now we're going to get into some of the stuff I don't like about this game. One of the things I absolutely hate about this game are the threats and challenges that the game presents you. There are no threats and challenges. There is no pushback from this game. The most difficult thing about this game is exploring the map. And that's not a bad thing per se, but it's still really fucking easy. The slimes that are designed to hurt you in this game don't do a lot of damage, except for one, the boom slime, but unfortunately you have to be fucking retarded to stand near a boom slime for any amount of time. The boom slime will do over 100 damage easily, but unfortunately you have to stand near it for about 4 seconds and be fucking retarded enough not to be able to hear, see, or fucking think. So therefore you can just walk away from it, and then surprise, it does no damage. All of these enemies in this game can be circumvented by walking around them, which is a problem because this game doesn't have a lot going for it already. What it does have is fun. What it doesn't have really brings it down. And I'm not a troglodyte. I understand that this is an early build of the game, and I understand that this game is early access, but I am reviewing an early access game, meaning I will be reviewing the content available in the game now. So don't flagellate me because I'm reviewing an early access game and I'm saying, oh, there's not enough. It's still on the market. It's still up to buy. This still has a $20 price tag. So we're going to be talking about if that's worth it and if this game's worth it. Spoilers, it's not. Now you could click off this video right now and you'd be satisfied and say, oh, I shouldn't buy Slime Rancher. But you probably wouldn't have a mind of your own then, so I'm going to tell you why I think that it's not worth it. If you're still around, good for you for thinking on your own. You did it. Good job. The main problem I have with this game is the amount of content for the price they're asking. This is a $20 game and I've completed it in 3 hours. If I didn't buy this from the Humble Bundle Monthly, I probably would have hung myself on my closet door. Honestly, this game has very little to no replayability unless you care about getting the ever rare golden slime or stacking your money to 9,999. There's not much to do in the game at the moment. During your time, you'll probably have fun experimenting and hybridizing slimes and seeing which ones are the easiest to take care of or the most profitable to farm, but there's not a lot after that. I would probably play this game through one time, but I'm interested to see what they'll add to the game, and we'll pick it back up during the updates. I'm really hoping that this is one of those early access games that's cheap now and then they jack up the price when it actually releases, because for the amount of content that's in this game now, the price tag is absolutely insulting. I would probably buy the current game for about $5 or $10, $10 being on the very, very generous side. I would buy this game for $20 if they tripled or quadrupled the amount of content in this game. There really needs to be more things to do, and I understand that they're working on them, and they let the players in the game know that they're working on them, and it says everywhere that this game is in early access. It says it on the title screen. You can see hints of it through the game world. It says it on their website and on the Steam page. I understand that. And with the history of early access developers not supporting their early access games, I'm kind of anxious to see where this one will go. Will the developers actually continue with their project, or will they leave it to die and run with the money that they've already gained? Ever since we've gotten games like No Man's Sky and DayZ, I've been a little skeptical of the industry. The gusto and charisma of these developers do not match up with their work on the product. When you have thousands or millions of people playing your game, you should probably be a little more consistent and deliver what you promised initially. But the devs got their money, they don't fucking care. I personally don't think that this game is worth it, especially for the $20 price tag that they're offering. I'm also not saying it's worth it because I don't know the developers and I haven't seen any interviews from them and I don't know them personally, so I'm not sure how much integrity they have towards their product. And I'm also going to not say that it's worth it because it's in early access and usually these games don't work out too well, and some of them do, but the ratio between bad early access games and good early access games that we've had is immense, so I would say hold your money off on this one.